What's up, guys? Ryan from IW Nerd here, and today I'm going to be going through the best matches of Randy Orton's career. These are according to the star ratings from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. In this video, I have tracked all of the matches from Randy Orton that have been rated 4.5 stars or above. So let's get into it. Okay, so going back to the Backlash pay-per-view in 2004, we have our first match. That would be Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack. This was a hardcore match for the Intercontinental Championship. Evolution was also banned from ringside for this match. It was rated 4.5 stars from Meltzer. This was kind of one of the first big matches of Orton's career, big singles matches, and definitely one of the most memorable. A few months later from this, he won the World Championship, becoming the youngest world champion in WWE history. So it was definitely a sign of things to come for Orton's kind of legendary WWE career. So yeah, that's the first one. Okay, so up next, we're going to stick with the Backlash pay-per-view, and we're going to go to 2007. In this pay-per-view, Orton was involved in a fatal four-way match for the WWE Championship in the main event. It was Randy Orton versus John Cena versus Edge versus Shawn Michaels in a fun kind of fatal four-way match. And Meltzer gave it 4.5 stars. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward several years later to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in 2013. Randy Orton took part in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was the main event of this pay-per-view. Christian, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Rob Van Dam, and Sheamus were the other competitors, and Randy Orton ended up winning the Money in the Bank briefcase in that match, and it received 4.5 stars. Up next, we have the match between Randy Orton, Batista, and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. This was the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, most fans are going to remember Daniel Bryan defeating Triple H earlier in the night, and then he got added to this World Championship match, and then he had to face off against Batista and Randy Orton, who were aligned, so the odds were stacked against him a ton at this WrestleMania, and Daniel Bryan ended up overcoming the odds. So this match, that was the main event of WrestleMania 30, ended up receiving 4.5 stars from Meltzer. Okay, so up next we have a six-man tag team match from Extreme Rules 2014. This was The Shield, which is Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, versus a reunited Evolution, which is Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton. So these guys faced off in several matches, but this one is the highest rated from Evolution versus The Shield. Okay, so up next, we got to go to Survivor Series 2016. Randy Orton was a member of Team SmackDown for the Survivor Series traditional elimination match versus Team Raw. So on Team SmackDown, it was Randy Orton, it was Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and Shane McMahon versus Team Raw that was made up of Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Randy ended up actually as one of the two sole survivors left in this match, with the other being Bray Wyatt. They were members of the Wyatt family together at this time. And yeah, we're going to fast forward here to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in 2019. Here we had Randy Orton participating in the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship, which was the main event of this pay-per-view. The other participants were Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and Kofi Kingston. Orton ended up entering this match in the sixth and final spot, but he was eliminated fourth, so he didn't end up winning. Daniel Bryan ended up winning this Elimination Chamber match. Okay, so up next, we have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in 2019. Randy Orton was in the main event of this pay-per-view. He was in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Championship match contract. The other participants were Ali, Andrade, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Ricochet. And then, if you remember, Sami Zayn was supposed to appear in this match and be one of the participants, but he was attacked by Brock Lesnar before the match, and then Brock Lesnar ended up taking his spot and ended up winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay, so we're still on the 4.5 star tier here, and we are going to the March 7th, 2022 episode of Monday Night Raw. On this episode, we had Randy Orton and Riddle teaming up to face off against Chad Gable and Otis, and then facing off against Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. So this was a triple threat tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It's always rare when a match on Raw or SmackDown ends up on this list, so that just kind of shows you the quality of the match, just because with the commercials and everything that goes on during an episode of Raw. So this one received 4.5 stars from Meltzer. Okay, so moving to the WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view in 2022, Randy Orton took part in the main event of this pay-per-view. He teamed up with Riddle and Drew McIntyre to face off against the Bloodline, which was Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns, and they faced off in a six-man tag team match in that main event of this pay-per-view. So this is another match that received 4.5 stars from Meltzer. All right, so fast forwarding to the Bash in Berlin pay-per-view, which took place in 2024. Orton took part in the main event of this pay-per-view. He faced off against the hometown Gunther. This was for the World Heavyweight Championship, and there was a stipulation that if Orton won the match, he would have been transferred to Raw, and Gunther would have been transferred to SmackDown. Gunther ended up winning, and they ended up shaking hands after the match in kind of a sign of respect, but this was kind of a hard-hitting and fun match. Okay, so at the Night of Champions pay-per-view in 2025, to round off this 4.5 star tier, Cody Rhodes faced off against Randy Orton. This was the King of the Ring tournament final. The winner of this match was going to become the King of the Ring, and then they also earned an undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes ended up beating Randy Orton in this match, and then Rhodes would go on to win the title at SummerSlam, but this was 19 minutes around that, and it was the opening match of the pay-per-view. So this is the final match, as of recording this, from Randy Orton that has received 4.5 stars. Okay, so as of recording this in 2025, the highest rated match of Randy Orton's career was actually at the Backlash France pay-per-view in 2024. It was a street fight tag team match, so Orton teamed up with Kevin Owens to face off against Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And yeah, this is the only match to receive a 4.75 star rating, and as of recording this, as I said, in 2025, Orton has never received a 5-star match rating from Dave Meltzer. So that's the video, and those are the match ratings. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to support our channel and for more of these videos, but would love to kind of hear from you on what you think match was snubbed from this list. What match do you think should have been maybe a 5-star match, should have been a 4.75 star match, but wasn't? I would love to hear kind of what you disagree on. So thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, please subscribe.